Shalom, Erev Tov, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News, broadcast to you from Jerusalem. The UN Security Council endorses President Trump's 20-point plan for the Gaza Strip, granting an official mandate to the yet-to-be-formed International Stabilization Force. The Islamist Hamas rejects the UN resolution, insisting that it cannot accept any international body to govern the Gaza Strip. Israelis in Jerusalem are voicing outrage over prospects of Palestinian statehood. The UN Security Council has adopted a U.S. draft resolution that aims to grant President Donald Trump's so-called 20-point plan for the Gaza Strip an international mandate and subsidy to include support for an international security force and offers the Palestinian Authority a tangible pathway to statehood.
The result of the voting is as follows: 13 votes in favor, 0 votes against, 2 abstentions. The draft resolution has been adopted as Resolution 2803.
U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Mike Waltz warmly welcomed the adoption of the resolution endorsing President Trump's 20-point plan for Gaza, proclaiming that the contents of the negotiated resolution presents a foundation for a bright future.
Thank you to the Council members for this historic and constructive resolution. Thank you for joining us in charting a new course in the Middle East for Israelis and Palestinians and all the people of the region alike. This resolution, colleagues, is no mere paper promise, it's a lifeline. The resolution endorses a hard-won ceasefire. Today's resolution represents another significant step towards a stable Gaza that will be able to prosper and an environment that will allow Israel to live in security. This resolution today is just the beginning. An adoption of resolution today demonstrates the overwhelming support for the President's vision for a stable Gaza where Palestinians determine their own destiny, free from terrorist rule and violence.
With regard to Palestinian statehood, Ambassador Waltz underlined the vital necessity for the Palestinian Authority to reform from its deep-rooted corruption and support for terror before any notion of statehood can be genuinely addressed.
Per the carefully negotiated language in the 20-point plan, this resolution charts a possible pathway for Palestinian self-determination after the Palestinian Authority has completed the necessary reforms, where rockets will give way to olive branches and there is a chance to agree on a political horizon. It dismantles Hamas's grip. It ensures Gaza rises free from terror's shadow, prosperous and secure.
Russia and China were the only members that abstained from the vote, a decision derived from Moscow and Beijing's policy to refuse granting the United States any type of support or legitimacy within international fora.
По сути, Совет дает благословение на американскую инициативу под честное слово Вашингтона, отдавая сектор Газа на откуп Совета мира и международных стабилизационных сил, о модальностях работы которых нам пока ничего не известно.
For Jerusalem, the U.S. draft resolution provided for additional enforcement to guarantee that the Islamist Hamas terror organization will not have a future in the Gaza Strip, from which it could threaten the state of Israel.
מועצת הביטחון של האו"ם אימצה את החלטת ארצות הברית לשלוח כוחות בינלאומיים לרצועת עזה. ההחלטה כוללת גם אמירה מפורשת על פירוק חמאס מנשקו. כפי שאנחנו נחושים להשיב את כל החטופים הביתה, אנחנו נפגין את אותה נחישות ונוודא שחמאס מפורק מנשקו. לא נעצור ולא נשקוט עד שחמאס לא יהווה איום על מדינת ישראל.
Meanwhile, in Gaza, the Islamist Hamas deplored the adoption of UN Security Council Resolution 2803, insisting, despite support from its patrons, Qatar and Turkey, that it effectively adopts Israel's narrative vis-à-vis the Gaza Strip.
هذا القرار تبنى بالكامل الموقف الإسرائيلي وتغاضى نهائيا عن الموقف الفلسطيني وعن مصلحة شعبنا الفلسطيني هنا في قطاع غزة، وأن نتنياهو لا يريد الاستمرار في اتفاق وقف إطلاق النار، إنما يريد فرض رؤيته على قطاع غزة وعلى المنطقة بأكملها. نؤكد على رفضنا لقرار مجلس الأمن المتعلق بقطاع غزة ومستقبلها لما فيه تجاوز لوحدة النظام السياسي الفلسطيني وتشكيل وصاية جديدة على أهالي القطاع وإيجاد قوات بديلة عن الاحتلال. المطلوب موقف وقرار من مجلس الأمن يتعلق بإنهاء الحرب على قطاع غزة ومن الاحتلال من استئناف هذه الحرب والسماح بإدخال المساعدات وتوفير مسار سياسي يفضي إلى دولة فلسطينية مستقلة.
The Islamist Hamas is evidently under the impression that it can maneuver out of demilitarization. However, Israel maintains its unrelenting resolve to ensure that Hamas is disarmed either the easy way or the hard way.
Israel will continue to uphold our side of the ceasefire and the 20-point plan. Hamas will be disarmed with no exceptions. Gaza will be demilitarized, and there will be no future for Hamas inside of the Gaza Strip. Israel will maintain overall security control of the Gaza Strip, and we will act on any threat to our people and our soldiers. Hamas is continuing their reign of terror against their own people inside of Gaza during the ceasefire, as I've seen some reports of the terror group trying to impose higher taxes on Gazans, as they also continue to threaten anyone who stands up against their jihadi beliefs, conducting executions and torturous interrogations. Let me reiterate the words of Prime Minister Netanyahu that he made at the start of the government meeting on Sunday. Gaza will be demilitarized and Hamas will be disarmed. Either this will happen the easy way or the hard way.
With regard to the clause related to Palestinian statehood, Jerusalem does not see eye to eye with President Trump's will to grant the Palestinians a post-October 7th gift, irrespective of the viability of the Palestinian Authority actually reforming itself.
Now, in terms of a Palestinian state, our opposition towards one stands firm, valid, and has not changed one bit. The Prime Minister has stood strong on this for decades and has prevented the creation of a terror state, all while facing tremendous pressure both domestically and from abroad. For those that are recognizing a Palestinian state after October 7th, and currently, as our people, our hostages are still being held captive in the Gaza Strip, you are rewarding terror with an enormous prize. We will not allow a launching pad for terror to be located next to the Jewish state, the only Jewish state in the world, with its goal to annihilate Jews and the state of Israel.
It is worth pointing out that the Palestinian Authority itself knows full well that reforming its institutions is near impossible. Therefore, in statements by Palestinian Authority officials, there is clearly an attempt to welcome the resolution on the one hand, while on the other, to question whether it can be contested.
But it means that there are other issues that we need to tackle. It means we need to ensure that this is governed by international law, that it's not divorced from the New York Declaration, that it truly embodies the issue of self-determination.
Meanwhile, for Israelis, the notion of granting Palestinian statehood after the atrocities which the Islamist Hamas and its affiliated terror groups perpetrated against the residents of southern Israel in October 7th of 2023 is deeply troubling.
My son Yakir Hexter was killed in Khan Yunis by Hamas terrorists on January 8th, 2024, protecting innocent Israeli citizens. So the decision at the UN is supporting a terrorist state, and all of the Israeli soldiers who are protecting innocent people died for the free world and to combat evil. The Palestinian state is masquerading as a state. It's a terrorist state, and it's a terror organization.
If the Palestinians do follow the guidelines in the 20-point peace plan, I think that Israel would be happy to attempt to try to make things work. There was a reason why we pulled out of Gaza. We tried to give them a chance, and you see what happens from that, and we see what happens with the Palestinian Authority with pay to slay and other things. So, again, there's a long way to go, but you know what? There's always hope, and hopefully we will have peace in Israel and in our neighbors.
It is important to point out that President Donald Trump had repeatedly insinuated since first unveiling his 20-point initiative for the Gaza Strip that his overall plan is much bigger than Hamas, the Palestinian Authority, or even the Palestinian question at large, since the Trump administration's intentions to realize peace in the Middle East as a whole relates to its global grand strategy, which aims to tackle challenges and threats emanating out of strategic power competition. Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. I would like to once again thank you if you are a supporter of TV7 Israel, since your donation is essentially helping us produce our daily news updates from here in Jerusalem. And if you haven't yet supported TV7 Israel, please consider doing so. You can donate via our website at www.tv7israelnews.com. Separately, as ever, pray for our brothers and sisters facing persecution globally, to include in Syria, Nigeria, China, and elsewhere, along with prayers for the peace of Jerusalem and salvation of Israel. I'm Jonathan Hessen, wishing you an Erev Mevorach, and God willing, until our next update, Shalom from Jerusalem.